Hey guys, in this episode, we're going to migrate our main character over from character creator that we talked about in prior episodes to Unreal Engine. And after that, then we'll continue on with some fun. I started working with some widget components. You see the arrows that will soon be the target selection. But we have our pitch for the indie game business event coming up, and I thought as a final visual appeal, let's get our main character in action and upgrade from our third person character. So I basically am going to follow the steps that I just studied from Reallusion's Unreal Auto Setup all in one video for a CC and UE workflow tutorial. It's about a month old, so either early January or late December it was released. So let's see if we have any luck. So what I want to do is import the character, and then what I expect, or what I'm expecting, is hopefully we're successful in importing the character and following the steps. That's always one thing to be hopeful for. And then in addition to that, what I'm expecting is we'll get the character imported, like we can drag and drop and it's going to look nice. But what I expect to have issues with is retargeting the skeleton so that the animations of this default third person character hook up to it. I think it's going to be a little demorphed, but we'll see, because I've done this before, but it's been a year or so, and Reallusion has some updated export tricks up their sleeve with this all-in-one plugin. So we're going to go ahead and kick this off. Let's go to the, let me take a step back. What I'm looking at is the Reallusion hub. And I guess what you can think of the Reallusion hub is similar to how Unreal Engine has the Epic Games launcher. The Epic Games launcher has things like plugins to install, connectors, and for instance, Unreal Engine has the Fab Asset Marketplace. That's kind of the equivalent to the Reallusion hub. Here you can install plugins. You see it's got the marketplace. So hopefully if you've ever checked out Character Creator, maybe this will be of help, or if you've never heard or seen it, maybe this will give you some ideas. So that's a summary of what this is. It's a desktop app right here that I have on my desktop next to my Character Creator tools. So finally, let's click on Product Home. I'm expecting it to take me to a download tutorial. So the auto setup, this all-in-one is new. Looks like I'm just gonna go right here. So the all-in-one, what that refers to is it includes the auto setup along with the control rig and along with live link. So the control rig is, this preview is moving kind of quickly, but the control rig, you can move each little data point as part of the animations. The live link means that you can make updates here on the left, and then on the right side in the engine it would actually do live updates, and then the auto setup is what we're really doing here. So let's go ahead and click free download. What I want is this, the all-in-one. Let's download. I'm going to pause and log in. So I just gave my email address, and I guess it's been a while, so I'm going to fill in this form. I'm an indie studio owner, game. I don't know. All right, it's downloading. Check your download folder. Let's go. Let's click through, accept. We're going to click through, so it's going to be in the C program files. All right. Okay. So this is new. Back when I had tried it, I was actually in 5.4. So it looks like that was the last version before these all-in-ones. So for this project, we're using 5.7. And then what we're supposed to do is drag and drop from our download folder, our all-in-one, and we're dragging and dropping it into our project. So one moment, let me open up that file browser. All right, so from 5.7 all-in-one, I'm dragging these two folders, and in my other window, I'm going to drag it over. So it's copying 680 items, moving pretty quickly. Okay, so I added it. It's finished. So I'm going to open up Unreal. What I think I have to do is probably, so I'm getting a diversion update. Incoming updates from teammates are pending. I don't know if that means my actual teammates or this. I'm assuming because of what we're doing now. So when I go to next is edit and plugins, what I'm going to guess is I won't find Reallusion. So I probably just have to reopen Unreal. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Let's open up our project again. I'll pause it because sometimes that takes some time. Okay, our project is ready. I am hoping in the plugins now that it reset. No, but I see this here. What happens? Sweet. Okay. So I see now. Searching wouldn't work, but I see it here. Maybe that was there the first time. Sorry, I'm not sure. So the plugin should be installed successfully, and then we should see in the toolbar, very nice, we have this here now. So create live link origin, create a blueprint. We're not going to actually be using these right now, but there's a lot of stuff in the back end that just happened for all of our product engineers to describe. I don't know, but I like it. So now I'm going to open up our character in Character Creator 4 and start migrating it over here. I'm going to pause it one more time because let me open that file. All right, so I've got Character Creator open now. I haven't shown this before. I don't have time yet, but I'll take a deep dive into Character Creator before. In the prior episodes, I talked about why I like Character Creator because I think it's a very beginner-friendly tool. And the freelancers I worked with, I specifically searched for someone that does work in Character Creator because that way I can come in and make any edits as needed. So I can't even remember. It's been a year or so since I have had our main character, Westin. But in the pitch deck, this is the animation that we have. So we'll just continue playing with this. We're going to export it into Unreal Engine following the steps from that video. And then we'll put them in our map. I think two things. We're going to get this animation over there, which will be fun. And then we're going to have to retarget our skeleton to the third person character. I see a little bit of here and there the collisions are not working as intended, but I'm not too worried about it. In general, I think it looks great. So let's go follow some steps. I wrote some notes down. I'm actually going to include them in the Discord. So in Character Creator 4, we're going to click on File, Export, FBX, our clothed character. And then the settings for us is going to be target tool preset. We're going to do Unreal UE5 skeleton. We're doing mesh and motion, so we're going to keep that. With sub D1, I don't see that option. I remember in the video though. Prefix, suffix, no. I'm missing something. UE5, mesh and motion. Interesting. I was looking for subdivision 1. I don't know if that's the default or not. I think it is. So if I don't see that here, I think it's going to be okay. I need to go see what these settings were. I think in a video that I used to do, we deleted the hidden faces. So I'm missing subdivision 1, and I'm not sure what to do with these other settings. But I know I want current animation. Let's see. Let me take a quick look. Okay, I just took a quick look, and these settings I don't think he touched. But in the what's strange is in this HD character. Maybe I don't have an HD character. That's fine. So I think I'm ready to go. I'm hoping these settings are going to be okay. We'll find out. Let's click export. So you have a pop-up like after you export, you can't really re-import the guy. That way everything created in here originates from here. Click OK. I'm just going to save it to the desktop. We're going to name this Westin CC series. All right. Click save. And then when this is done, we're going to jump back into Unreal. I think my animation that I'm importing or exporting, I think it's pretty long, so that might take some time to download, but it's still moving pretty quick. If it gets stuck, I'll just pause it. All right, I'm going to pause it. Okay, so the export is complete. Now I'm going to open up Unreal. Let's go to our content browser. We're going to click on import. From the desktop. Our FBX file. So we got a JSON, and I'm pretty sure this is FBX. Yeah, this one has to be it. So I named it Westin CC series, and then I'm not a programmer. I don't know what that means. So let's go with that and hope it works. Let's open. So I saw this in the tutorial. We're going to include control rig and probably have a whole other several episodes and series of that. It's going to be good to learn. I've seen this plenty of times, but I've actually never took a deep dive into control rig. So if you're an animator expert, I'm going to need help. So let's click on OK. So we have our FBX import options. I've got a few notes here. So if the face contains facial morphs, click morphs target option yes. Let's see, where is that? Advanced. Where was that whole morph thing at? Can I search? Nope. What about animation length to animated time? There should be a drop down. Transform animation length. Oh, interesting. I can't even. Okay, so check import animations. Let me update my notes. Check import animations. Yes. Animation length. Let's click animated time. Then where's this morph thing at? Darn it. This one. I don't know if this is true or not. If enabled, creates Unreal Morph objects for imported meshes. We are ready to go. So I'm going to click on import all and hope this worked, because it could be I have to toggle a few things, like in the export, click on that delete hidden faces, or maybe I have to import it without that morph thing. I'm not really sure. We're just going to have to cross our fingers. So this is going to import, moving pretty quick. I'll pause it. So we're still importing, but I'm taking the pause off because you'll see a bunch of pop-ups. Everything is being imported as a normal map. I hope that's fine. We'll find out. I'm going to pause it again. Okay, so it just finished. It took maybe a total of, I don't know, 4 minutes. It wasn't bad at all. And then I got this pop-up notice that the tier line and the occlusion textures had some issues. And then there were some issues with the, mostly with the foot. A couple of foot and a couple of bones missing from the bind pose. It says this can happen for bones that are not vert weighted. If they are not in the correct orientation after importing, please set the use T0 as a reference pose option or add them to the bind pose. Use T0 as a reference option or add them to the bind pose. I'm going to copy this error. We'll see what happens. And then again, I got my diversion notice that someone besides me is adding files. Package reload failed. So we're going to open up our content browser. Dismiss. I'm going to go ahead and go over to my, what's it called? Person level map. It's less distracting for me right now. Let's click save. You know what? That was also so much. I'm going to go to file, save all. So what I was trying to see is that we have CC, shaders, rigs. I'm just going to leave those there for now, but I will. Let's get like a color like character creator, which is kind of like the color of my game, actually. Pin. Does it go? Yeah. Cool. Same thing. All right. Just click OK. Okay, so I got some character creator colors. So these are in the content browser. And then in the blueprints folder, I got some more stuff. I don't recognize these folders. Oh, yeah. There we go. There's some stuff. So post-process, rigs. Okay. SSS profile. More character creator stuff. Oops, I don't want to open that. So we're just kind of navigating with everything that we imported. And I'm going to do some file cleaning later, but first I want to study these and make sure what makes sense. But here's the fruits of our labor. Let's see what happens when I stick you right here. Pretty cool. It looks like the eyebrows are pretty weak. Actually, no. They look good. Just from a distance. This is cool. How about that? Let's play. Oh shit, did I save it? Yeah. Alright, hold on. File, save all. Okay. Let's click play. There's our guy. So the height difference, I can tell in the pose. Stand out right away. So what we need to do next, I might even shut this down now, is retarget our character animations, what we're doing now, to our main character. I suspect what happens if I just try to update the skeletal mesh, then he's gonna look a little distorted. Let's verify. Let's go to our third-person character. Blueprints, third-person character. So the viewport. So I'm going to save all. Huh. Compile. Ah, that's not bad at all. How cool. All right. Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought. I am pretty happy right now. Let's save all again. I think this is getting really confused with all of my updates through Reillusion. So let's go to, actually, I need to fix this. I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the game. So select assets to save. Yes, I want to save you. Override soft lock. Are we good now? Just to be safe, I want to move over to the our environment map, but I'm going to exit the engine first because I don't like how it keeps getting confused of the updates that we made through Reillusion. So I'm going to click exit. Let's open this again. Here's those 2 files I showed earlier, our launcher. Let's open this up. I'll pause it while this opens. All right, just open up the project again. If we click play, my fingers are crossed. We got our main character, Westin, running around. Oh. We do, but for some reason, it's interesting. His thing is a little messed up. It wasn't like that on the other map. Why would that be? Well, it's alright. Got a bug to fix. How strange. Is it only this map? This is cool. No longer cool. Alright. I'm gonna take a look into that. Alright guys, I did some looking in and I can't figure it out. What I could do is just keep it still. That's better than, it's not ideal, but it's good enough for now. What I also don't like is I can't zoom in here, but there's a lot of overlap like on the front side. But you know what? This is good for now. I can get some help with physics painting and all of that at another time. Yeah, it was interesting how it worked at first, and then I just restarted the engine and it did not work. Lastly, one thing I want to try is to darken the eyebrows a little, because they look good here, but from a distance, they look like he may not have eyebrows. So that was one last thing I was going to do. Let's see, maybe in the shaders, eyelash, eye occlusion, eye shader. I wonder if I can just search for brow. I've got a whole lot of brow. Brow transparency. There's all kinds of textures, material instances. I don't think I'll be able to update textures, but maybe a material instance I can make darker. Base color. Tint. Cancel. So what happens if I do like blue? Does it really go blue or red? Not really. Unless I click OK? No. So that might not be it. Ambient occlusion, normal, roughness. I would think it would be here. Unless we go like red and then jack up the multiplier. To make it really red? No. Huh. I thought it would be there. Oops. So it's not the instance. Texture, 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 texture. Oh, here's another one. I see the eyebrows updating a little. No, because the whole map is updating. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I saw some results there. I think I'm in the right spot. So I want like a darker color. All right, let's make the multiplier. Let's try 2. Because we can start seeing his eyes were getting like white, his eyebrows. Let's put 10. See, now he's got like white eyebrows. And then this, I want to do match that. All right, how about 20? Is it getting thicker? No. We're just playing with it now. Now nothing is really even doing anything. Well, I guess because it's the texture that gives off the thickness. That's fine. You know what? We did a lot today. So that was a 30-minute video on kind of an actual hands-on what it looked like following a tutorial. We ran into some issues with the robe, but I think it's the way that the file was created originally. And then I'll just have to note that we're gonna have to work on the robe later. So let's dive in to the cool level. Our Black Mountain. Let's save everything. We got our guy running around. Let's give a tour of what we've got going on, because Unreal Habitat gave me a little preview of some very cool stuff he's been doing. So let's just check the progress with our new character a little bit. So we're gonna have monsters kind of rappelling down from different areas. We're gonna encounter them with our turn-based combat. And then when we do, we will have our widgets display for attack and things like that. Looks cool. I like this shot. That's a cool shot. This might be for our social media now. All right. Let's go, buddy. It looks pretty cool.